Tell me about JM Visuals.
What do you want
I
to know?
need to know more about your new company,
What do you want to
JM
know?
Visuals
I'll spill the
LLC.
beans.
It's LLC, right?
LLC.
LLC.
You know what an LLC is? Do you?
Mhm.
What do you want to know? I'm an open book. Nothing illegal over here.
Must be nice. First of all, what's LLC stand for?
Really?
Yeah.
Limited liability company.
Ding ding ding.
Oh, that was a quiz for me?
Yeah.
The guy that's been in business for
Like I
for 9 years now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, what do you want to know about JM Visuals? Like what we
What do
got
you
going
do?
on?
You got a
What do I
lot going
do?
on. What staple this down? What the hell is your company about?
You know, I've been really trying to figure that out lately. I really have been because it's like I've been getting busier and busier with everything. And when I first jumped into it, it was like I'm willing to take on whatever and anything, you know, just to get things moving. But now that we're into it, I'm like, okay, I no longer want to drive out to Monroe, which is an hour and a half away, for a 30-minute shoot that I'm not going to make very much money on, you know. So I've been really trying to dial in what my plan is with the business. Um, but I've come to the realization that like my favorite part about the business is being able to see my friends succeed throughout it. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's kind of one of those things where I put myself in a position now where it's like I want to work with my friends and solely my friends. Like obviously money needs to come in, and so I'll do the outside work and stuff like that. But I want to be like I don't want to take on work unless I can be friends with you, really, you know. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. But right now we're shooting photos, video, weddings, commercials, you name it. So
What don't you shoot?
what don't I shoot? I don't know if I can say that here. Yeah, so that's kind of the rundown on JM Visuals and what we got going on. And um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's been good. It's been good so far. But how long you been in real estate now?
2 years as of this month.
Okay. As of this month.
As of this month.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's fucked.
You enjoying it still?
I love it. Nope, I wouldn't trade it for anything. There's
Really?
here in my mouth. Yeah. No, it's really
Even after
perfect.
your trip to Flint today?
I did a trip to Flint today.
Yeah. Even after that, you're like, oh, I still love it.
You know, Flint had me question. No, I'm kidding. I love it.
Yeah.
I love all the places I serve. There's never a day that's the same as the
Yeah.
one prior, because everything's fucking crazy. Everything's different. Everybody's different. Everybody you meet is different.
Mm-hmm.
What is your go-to social media platform for business?
For business, probably like it. I guess it depends. Like for me personally, I like Facebook. I know some people are probably gonna like LinkedIn better for business. You hate LinkedIn?
I can't. I know a lot of people see the value in it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, I still have it, but I don't think I've actually fucking posted anything in
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, and that's why you're working with foreclosures.
Fuck you, Josh.
Definitely leaving that in. No, I mean, but that's the whole idea behind it is like there are realtors that are consistently posting on LinkedIn. Like even I had a meeting with
Ryan C. Bostwick.
Ryan C. Bostwick. Yeah, Ryan C. Bostwick.
That guy.
I want to. What's that? I don't know. I'm not getting into it. But so there's value behind it. You know, like I've even had it before where like brokers in the area have like been checking out my business page on LinkedIn, and so it's nice to be consistent across the board because everybody has their own favorite. You know what I mean? Just because your favorite might be TikTok doesn't mean that, you know, this person's favorite might be LinkedIn. If you're not on LinkedIn, then you just lost a client because of it, because they're not going to see your stuff, you know? So, I mean, it's best to be just versatile, but as far as like where you're actually getting your clients from, like the majority of your clients, then that's just where you get them from. But you find a niche.
So you're telling me to get my shit together and start posting on LinkedIn too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna come back to this, and I'm gonna start posting on LinkedIn.
You better,
and
yeah.
We'll update you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
In 1 week, you'll be sitting there with a
1
lake listing.
week.
You'll have a lake listing
I'll
in
have
1
a
week.
lake listing.
Guaranteed.
All right. 1 week. What is
Guaranteed.
today? Today is Friday, May 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Cinco de Mayo.
No.
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to make some phone calls.
That's what I thought.
Are you trying to sell your house?
Yeah.
We're not betting on this, are we? No, but seriously though, because like doctors are more prevalent on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? That's just where they're going to be. There's a lot of sales going on in LinkedIn right now. You look at because at the end of the day, like you might be a realtor, but you're still in sales.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in real estate, I know you love real estate. Every single day is different. You know, but there's nothing. Honest to God, there's nothing better than like working for a company doing specifically sales for like one company, because it's just like when I did that, unbelievably fun, because you're just going around like building relationships, and that's your single job, is to build relationships. Like I get paid to just talk to people. You know what I mean? I don't even have to sell them anything. I'm getting paid right now just to talk to you. I'm here saying hi, and I just got paid for that. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
like that's what I love like about sales. So real estate was never like, I never saw that as a good fit, because it's like I just want to talk. I don't want to follow through with you. You know what I mean? It's like once I would leave the office, it's like, don't call me.
We're not actually. This is me and you, not a thing.
Don't call me.
Don't call me.
I'm not meeting you for drinks tonight. You know, I don't.
Wait, drinks?
I don't float that way. You know.
Speak for yourself.
What time is it?
Roach o'clock. I was just gonna say. No, we're not there yet.
We're not
there yet. You
10
don't
more-
want to see that place.
10 more minutes. 10 more minutes.
You don't want to see it in the daylight.
No, you'll see all the roaches crawling around. Roaches at the
There's
roach.
a reason it's got its name. I
Unbelievable.
fucking love the roach. I don't give a shit.
You serious?
No.
Oh. You know that the Port Huron Favorite 5 that Robbie did
Mm-hmm.
with me? Gosh, that was freaking terrible. In my bedroom. I said my favorite bar in Port Huron was the Roach. But at the time, I think I was 23. So it was my favorite bar.
It was your favorite bar. Yeah.
I was like, Casey's, not party
The
enough.
Office is pretty fun too.
The Office is fun, but that's like,
See, when you talk about your favorite bar, is it more about the bar itself, or is it about the people that go to the bar?
if I'm picking a favorite bar, it's gonna be based on like atmosphere. So it's gonna be kind of like
Atmosphere.
everything. Like you're looking at all the different values of everything that it provides, and then like trying to value out what it's worth. You know, so like if you're comparing like the Office bar and the Roach are like almost uncomparable, because it's really like
There's nothing like it.
yeah, but it comes down to like, what do I want to do tonight? You know what I mean? Like if I want to dance, you already know where you're going. But if you want to
That's
sing
true.
karaoke, you already know
That's
where
true.
you're going.
Like if I want to dance,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're tough to
exactly.
compare.
Okay.
I do like the Roach. I mean, a huge value asset to the Roach is I just leave and walk upstairs and go to bed.
Can't beat that.
Or Taco Bell. I did get Taco Bell for lunch today. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco
I
de
got
Mayo.
Taco Bell. Come on, be authentic about it. Ask for extra spices. I said, Cinco de Mayo. Can you give me a chips and cheese for free?
Make it fancy.
Make it fancy for me.
It's a special event.
Yeah, like give me some of those nice tablecloths, you know. Speaking of mindset, though, what makes you tick in life? Like, what makes you wake up in the morning? What's your drive? What's your purpose? Do you have a purpose?
Me?
Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of shit that needs to get done, and it's not going to get done if I don't do it.
Yeah.
In my business specifically.
Yeah. So that's what keeps you going? It's just the shit that you got to get done?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah,
get deeper than that?
Yeah. No, I can't get deep right now. Hang on. I'm just fucking.
Let's get deep.
Let's get clocked up. No.
Let's face facts. I think there's aliens in the fucking moon. Look at the fucking moon right now.
The Earth might be flat.
Dead ass. Bring that up one more time. You're out of here. I will kick you out of this. It's not even my office, and I'll kick you out of here.
I will make HP change the fucking code on your ass.
There's a 0% chance that the Earth is flat, and 0% chance. Not even remotely close.
So I see a lot of truth on both sides. of the Earth that's a sphere and then the Earth that's flat. Because, yeah, it would make a lot of sense that the Earth is flat. But however, when you get like really high up in the fucking air, you can see it curve. So, like,
So this is what I say. Like we live on a lake. You know what I mean? Like go to
Yeah.
the beach for like one day in your life, and you will literally see freighters coming up over the horizon, and you'll see them drop off of the horizon as they're going away. Like it is crazy to me that anybody in Port Huron could ever imagine a flat Earth when we literally can see it right there. Not to mention, like buy a telescope. You know, buy a telescope. Like why is every other planet round? But for some reason,
we just have a lot of drugs on this Earth, too.
drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs? Like what?
That leads to it. Like,
Flat Earth.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Although this is a completely true story. I was on TikTok the other morning, and they were doing a live spacewalk. So some guy was in the ISS, and he's like spacewalking, you know, not like gonna die, but like he's not floating away from anything. He literally just had to like fix something on the ISS or something. But they live streamed it, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, look at all the bubbles!" And I'm like, "Bubbles?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're doing it in a pool." What? And like CGing the Earth like behind them in the pool, like the people were like, "It's a green screen pool." I'm like, these people are out of their mind. Like, it is, and it was every single comment. It wasn't like some people were like, "No, guys, it's real, it's real." It was every single comment, and I'm like, I'm fully convinced. Everybody's lost their mind. Everybody has gone batshit crazy in the United States.
So, what you're telling me is that we can get good enough Wi-Fi in space to live stream to fucking TikTok, but I can't get more than 2 bars on a dirt fucking road? What the fuck? That's bullshit.
Do you know where Wi-Fi comes from?
I do, but it shouldn't be in fucking space. Why would you prioritize? Like,
Wi-Fi comes from space.
I don't give a shit.
Like,
How many people are up in space besides that one fucking guy live streaming on TikTok?
you know, the Wi-Fi is in the satellites.
I
They
get
should
that.
have the best
I
Wi-Fi.
fucking get that. No, they fucking shouldn't.
But it's also NASA that we're talking about here. You know what I mean? NASA's way ahead of the game on everything.
And there's a hit on my back from NASA.
So, I don't know. You don't want to get deep at all?
You got to give me a topic to get deep about.
Mindset.
Mindset.
Well, I mean, like, what gets you going? You know, I know you said that that you have stuff that you got to get done, but I mean, that's like chasing after something. Like, that's the only.
I mean, I guess how deep can we get? A big mindset of mine, honestly, is just to prove people wrong.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of people from all areas
Mhm.
that have told me that I can't do it,
Yeah.
that I will never be successful, education-wise, everything like that. I never went to college.
Mhm.
You can bleep this out if needed, but I didn't graduate high school, nothing like that.
Mhm.
And there's just a whole lot of doubt
Yeah.
following me throughout this whole process. My last 2 years have been filled with people thinking this is temporary.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's...
call it what it is. They're haters.
Call it what it is. They're haters.
Yeah.
Friends, family,
Mhm.
people you used to know, people you used to associate with. Yeah, there's just more people that think I can't do it than people that think I can.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's tough. I mean, like, especially when they're close to you.
Exactly.
It's tough because I really pride myself in not listening to people. You know what I mean? Like when somebody hates on you, you can take it 3 ways, right? You can either get offended by it and shut yourself down because you're like, oh well, if they think that way, then I'm gonna believe them, you know. Or you can go the route that you go, where it's like, oh well, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Or you can just sit there and go, yeah, okay, you know, and walk away from it. And that's what I do is I just like, okay, you want to hate on me, fine, whatever. You know, I don't use it as a motivation or whatnot because I'm a huge energy guy, you know, and I don't like being able to sit there and go, hey, you know, I'm gonna prove you wrong. Like I feel like there's a lot of negative energy there, and it does motivate you But at the end of the day, like I feel like it's kind of hard to find happiness. And do you find that it's hard to find that, like when you achieve something, do you feel like you're only proving people wrong, or do you feel like happy that like, oh my gosh, I achieved this? Or are you more happy because it's like in your face, you frickin'
I
big dummy?
feel happy that I didn't listen, that I didn't just take,
Yeah.
because there will be people, that try to give you advice about, like, yeah, great and all, but maybe you shouldn't do this.
Right.
For me, it makes me happy that I am going further, and I'm glad that I just didn't take this one person's advice into consideration, or their words basically, or their negativity, and let
Yeah.
it fuel what the hell I had going for me.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Yeah, I mean, every achievement, I mean, it's like, it is though. I love it too. I'm not going to lie. I do kind of like it. You know what I mean? It's kind of a sock to everybody's face, but
Definitely.
yeah.
But obviously, it can't be the main focus.
Yeah.
Just to be like, "Fuck you, watch this." Although
Yeah.
I am a big "fuck you, watch this" person.
Right.
But it's still in the back of your head. Like you've always got
Yeah.
these people that have said all these things, and it's like it does kind of drive you into like, all right, watch. Just fucking watch. But the main focus of all of it with real estate is just being able to help families, as cliche as it sounds, like
Yeah.
being there and helping them, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Moving anywhere, whether it's 9 minutes down the road or an hour across freaking the state, I don't know, hours across the state, it's stressful.
Right.
No realtor can take all of the stress away, because you're still the one moving the whole bay. You gotta get the house packed up, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But helping the family to make it easier is like my goal. Like
Right.
I really do enjoy helping people.
Yeah. And like, I think, where was it? I don't think they talked about it at all yesterday. But I think at the team meeting that I was at on Tuesday, not the one here in Port Huron, but the one in Troy, they had that same conversation where they're like, maybe it was yesterday. Somebody had brought it up, but they're like, you can't do it. Like, at the end of the day, like if you focus on the money, it was yesterday. It was the Tarek guy, the guy that all the girls were dreamy hard eyes over top of. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, the guy kind of looks like a chipmunk. I'm leaving that in. Like, bring it, buddy. But no. So
I'm tagging him. I am fucking tagging him.
he got up there and what was he talking about? He was, maybe was it the guy afterwards? They were talking about how, like, you can't focus on the money. Like, as soon as you quit focusing on the money and actually start focusing on what's important, and that is the clients, that's when you're going to have your most successes. Because otherwise you're just chasing after that money. When you're posting to social media and stuff like that, like, you can't do it for you. It's not about you. It's about the people that you're doing it for. And I think that that was a really big takeaway that I had from yesterday, because obviously being in the video industry, like, it was super intriguing to hear what they had to say. But even on top of that, it's like, he's not wrong. You know what I mean? So many people, especially in the real estate industry, you see it all the time. We have people that we're close to, even, that they sit there and they go, I hate real estate. I only do it for the money. And it's like, okay, well, I've met other realtors who tell me that they do it for the people, not for the money. I've had realtors tell me that they don't look at the commission until it deposits into their bank account. You know what I mean? Because they don't care about the money. They just want to provide a service for these people. And so it's like, what do you want me to do with that information? Like, do you want me to continue recommending you? Or it puts me in a tough position, because I'm friends with these people,
Exactly.
but it's like, you're only in it for the money. And it's like, I know people that aren't, so I don't know.
The people that say it's easy money, it's not.
You'll
It
never
is
find harder
not
money.
easy money.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what I do. You don't
Yeah.
care about the money until it's in your bank account, because nothing's for sure. People are still people. People change their minds. People can walk out
Yeah.
at the final fucking walkthrough. It doesn't matter how much work you did to get them to that point. If they change their mind, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Don't even look at the commission
Right.
before
Yeah.
before you have it, because it can change with the blink of an eye. But you still have to work with them.
Yeah.
Like, if they change their mind, there's obviously a reason they changed their mind. So just find something else.
Right. What's the new answer? What are we going to go
All
from
right,
here?
well,
Yeah.
let's scratch this and find something else
Right.
because you can't.
And I think that's a really good way to look at it
Yeah.
too, is because like you do see other realtors where it's like they get really stressed out when a deal's about to fall apart, and it's like the way that I look at life in general, not just real estate, but life in general, is like every closed door is an open opportunity.
Exactly.
You know, and so it's like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, hey, okay, you lost out on $250,000, but their budget might be $300,000. Like, you might have just banked on that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know yet, so don't stress out too much right now.
You could be fighting a deal that there's no chance in hell could be saved, and
Yeah.
you could waste all your energy on it, or you could just accept it right then and there and move on to
Yeah.
the next because obviously it wasn't meant for them.
Yeah. And I think that's an important thing in life in general is to just quit looking back, you know.
Don't look back.
You ever run track? Have you ever ran track? No.
Yes.
Yes, you have.
Yep.
Come on. I ran track too.
Don't look back.
Don't look back. Yeah, when you're
There
in
you
track, you look back, you're
You
going to slow
trip,
down.
you fall, you
Yeah.
eat shit,
Yeah, don't look back.
scrape your knees.
Okay. So, what's your favorite season? Is it coming up soon?
My favorite season?
Yeah, be honest. Be honest, though.
Okay, so I love summer. I hate sweating.
So you like summer, but you like the AC.
Or the water.
Or the water. But you get
Yes.
sweaty on the water.
You just jump in the fucking water and pretend it's wet. I don't know.
Wet? Pretend it's wet? I'm going to have to pretend that this water is wet.
Yeah. No. It's between summer and fall.
Fall.
Fuck winter.
Okay. You like, you must be a Halloween person.
I love Halloween.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. When I first moved into my loft and you were talking about it being haunted, you were all about the seances and shit like that. And I'm like,
I brought over sage.
I'm like, what
Yep.
the hell is going on right now?
Started chanting some weird shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you got like a stuffed giraffe in your house or some shit like that.
No. I'll have you know somebody else bought that fucking
Oh,
giraffe.
damn. For $3,000.
4.
I still think it would have been perfect sitting outside facing over the road.
Thank you. That's what I fucking said. Everybody I know was like, why the fuck would you need a stuffed giraffe head? I'm like,
I mean, other than
why wouldn't you need a stuffed giraffe head?
the only time you do need a stuffed giraffe head is if it's out in like the public eye somewhere.
Exactly. I'm not just
Like,
going to
yeah.
keep it in my fucking bathroom and
Right,
watch
right,
me get
exactly.
naked and shower and
Dancing
do
with
my
the
hair,
giraffe.
dance in the mirror. Yeah, exactly.
Throw me some ones, baby. Giraffe's like, This just became a weird party. Parents walk in. What the hell's going on here? You're on acid.
Me and Jeffrey are very happy together.
Jeffrey. Where's Jeffrey?
Toys R Us.
Is that Toys R Us?
Yeah.
Okay. Brings back a childhood memory of Toys R Us.
You want to know where Jeffrey went? My bathroom.
Oh my God. My man. The innocent Jeffrey. Not the innocent Jeffrey.
Oh no, he's all grown up now.
Sitting in the bathroom. Unbelievable. What's your favorite part about summer, though? Because it's close. It's right around the corner.
About summer.
Yeah.
Just being outside.
Yeah.
Being outside. Being where the people are.
Yeah. Roach.
The roach.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tailgaters.
Tails.
Everybody slips on tails. It's no.
Oh.
Tails is fucking great.
So
You
tails.
zip it. Don't crush my fucking.
No.
Okay.
Because when was
I
it?
only like it when DJ Josh is there. Have you been?
Exactly.
Have you been when DJ Josh is there?
Have you been? I was supposed. I almost had a DJ there tomorrow, but so your first time going there was over this past winter, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
First time ever.
Do I remember most of it? No.
Yeah, but like so like you know Tails and you're like, oh, Tails is a riot, you know, like you're missing out. But you're missing out because you don't know Tails over summer yet. And Tails over summer, next level.
So clear my summer schedule is
Clear
what you're
your summer
telling
schedule.
me.
Like retire
Take
today.
the summer off.
Yeah, exactly. Finish up what you got going on. Get rid of the foreclosure that you're not allowed to talk about.
Classified.
I don't know why, and you won't
I
explain
don't
because
know
you're not
either.
allowed to
See,
talk about
that's
it.
the thing. Everybody's like, don't tell this person. Don't tell this person. I'm like,
They said me specifically. They said me by name.
yeah. They're like, don't tell Josh Myers.
They gave you a list. They said-
Joshua
They said
Alan Myers.
Alan.
There we
Let's
go.
Nicole.
Don't tell.
Nicole. They slide you a piece of paper and they're like, the names on this
They're
list.
like, don't tell
You
these
cannot tell these people. Take their hand off. It just says Josh Myers.
Joshua Allen Myers. Don't
You're like-
fucking tell him shit about this foreclosure.
You're like, okay, on it, got it.
I'm wired right now. I don't think I'm supposed to say that.
You do a bump before you come in?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with it? You ever seen that video? What are you gonna do with it?
No.
The dog.
I think I have.
I made some dinner tonight. Yeah.
I've seen it.
And I had some leftovers. What are you gonna do with it? I gave it to the cat. Oh!
I've seen it.
I think I sent it to you before.
Fucking believable.
Fucking believable. What's he say? What's that guy's name? Barney. He goes, legend? Wait for it. Wait for it. I hope you're not lactose intolerant because the next word is dairy. Legendary. You get it?
Yeah. No. You know what? I don't get it. Explain it to me.
Oh, wow. So people that are lactose intolerant. I actually read something the other day that said that lactose intolerance is actually normal. And the people that can drink dairy
Are fucked up.
are like the ones with the deficiency.
Woo.
That's a hot topic
If
because
you
I do
can-
like dairy. You know, that's a hot topic.
That's what you should start doing to people on like a first date. Give them some milk. See how they take it. If it's not good, probably for you.
You drink milk?
Fuck milk.
No.
No.
Not
Almond
even like
milk.
almond milk?
Almond milk's different.
What's your favorite kind of almond milk? Not like brand, but like the actual, like you like chocolate,
The
vanilla.
kind with the almonds in it.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if they have almonds. They milk the almonds.
It's yeah.
Let's go with that. They got little
They-
nipples on them.
They milk the almonds, and then sometimes if you're bougie, they have the vanilla beans that swim in the milked almond milk. Yeah. Then they take them out before they put them in the carton.
Those are the ones that live in like a condo association.
Drive around in golf carts and megaphones and shit. Yeah, those ones.
Megaphones. Megaphones?
When they yell at you for doing shit you're not supposed to do.
Oh, the almonds do.
Your trees are too close to the road.
Yeah, true.
Fuck you, Betty.
So you like almond milk though, but do you just like the original or you like the
I just
vanilla
like
or
the
chocolate?
original. I don't. Yep.
Okay.
Vanilla. Everybody
Vanilla's
likes
good.
vanilla.
Yeah.
Takes away the milk flavor.
I had somebody text me one day. Borderline unknown number. You know what I mean? Like I had it saved in my phone.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I had it saved in my phone, but it was like from like 3 years ago, and I think we were getting ready for a meeting or something, and I get a text message, and I'm like, oh, I haven't heard from this person in a long time. They said, do you drink milk? like, why do you? In my head, I'm like thinking that they got extra milk. Like, oh, I went to the store today and I picked up too much milk. Like, do you want a gallon of milk?
I'm gonna do that to every fucking contact I
Yeah.
haven't touched in 2 years.
Yeah, so they go, do you like milk? And I'm like, yeah, I do like milk, thinking I'm getting a gallon of milk. And they're like, well, what kind of milk? And I'm like, well, all kinds of milk. You know what I mean? I don't
guy.
discriminate. I like almond milk. I like soy milk. I like other milks. I like cow milk, I'm like, whatever happens, happens, I don't care. And they go, no, but like cow's milk, but like what kind of milk do you like? And I'm like the percentage? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, skim milk. Like, how can you drink anything other than skim? But I guess I am not aware that skim milk is like the ugly duckling of the milks. Like, everybody judges you if you drink skim milk.
If there was a specific kind of milk I had to drink, like if you put a gun to my head and you're like, fucking pick some milk,
Yeah.
bitch, it would be skim.
Skim. Yeah, it's fat free.
Skim.
You know, it's not thick.
It's watery.
One of my biggest fears about milk is back when I was younger. I believed everybody. I was very like.
This man's scared of milk.
I'm also scared of tornadoes, and that's a whole nother story. But you got to understand, like, I wouldn't call it gullible. I would call it trustworthy. You know what I mean? Like, I trust you. I trust you to not lie to me, you know? And call it gullible. But if you said that gullible is written on the ceiling right now, I would have no choice but to trust you that gullible is actually written on the ceiling. I'm just saying.
Don't look up. Don't look up. Don't look up. It's so hard. Okay.
I had to make sure. But so my sister once told me, she goes, you know, when people get pimples, and I'm like, yeah. And like, she's like, you know how they're whiteheads? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, that's the main ingredient to 2% milk. And so that is my issue with 2% milk. That's why I only drink skim. Blah. 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 So tornadoes. My brother convinced me once that a tornado is not a big spinning wind thing, because we used to have a dog growing up, and so it was like anytime there was a tornado warning, like at least once there was a time where like the dog was outside and everybody's like, we're in the basement, we're like,
Get the dog.
wait a minute, where's the dog? You know, and so my dad had to run upstairs and go outside and grab the dog. So I used to have a fear of tornadoes in general, because it was like, oh, I don't want my dog to die. But my brother once convinced me that instead of a big swirling ball of air, it was basically like a ding-dong ditcher. Like, he would say that he was like, yeah, some creepy guy's like sneaking outside the house, and he's looking in through the windows, and then he goes and knocks on the door and runs away. And that's what a tornado was to me growing up. You know what I mean? So every time there was a tornado warning, I'm like, shoot, that guy's out there again. You know, I'm like, why don't they put this guy in prison? It was unbelievable to me. And when the dog was left outside and stuff, I was like worried that he was going to take the dog. Like, I'm like, this guy's going to come and take the dog. Like, we need to get the dog inside. But I'm not going outside to face this guy because he's probably bigger than me, you know?
Were you the youngest?
I was the youngest.
There you go.
I was absolutely 100% the youngest.
There you
yeah,
go.
absolutely.
It explains a lot.
If I was older and my younger sibling convinced me of that, that is called autism.
Tell me you're on the spectrum without telling me you're on the spectrum.
No, I don't think it's autism, right? Autism kids are like really smart, aren't they? Down syndrome.
I think so.
I don't know.
They're strong.
Really?
Like, yes.
No, I believe it.
Strength galore. Like fucking muscles.
Yeah.
Like that you don't even notice.
Let's talk midgets.
What about midgets?
Tell me more.
What do you want to know?
I know everything about midgets.
I love midgets. Oh shit. What's a big thing for business? We already covered social media, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be business. It could be mindset. You know, what makes you tick? What makes you wake up in the morning? No, what's a big thing for business? You know, and that's why, like, when I was on the Real to Real podcast with HP, like, HP's got such a strong mindset. He's able to just roll with that kind of thought process, you know. But I think a very business-like process, you know, whereas somebody might sit there and, like HP, sit there and just like, manifestation, you know.
Is HP into manifesting?
Have you seen that video? You sent me that video of him walking down the street. Manifestation. He's like, I just lost my house, but I'm gonna manifest my life.
Look how fast I can run.
Manifestation.
I'm manifesting that I'm going so fast.
Oh, is that where that quote came from?
Look how fast I can run. No,
Oh.
I just fucking came up with it.
Yeah.
Like, look, Mom, look how fast I can run.
Yeah.
There was nothing malicious behind it.
Nothing malicious. Anyway, so what else business wise? Like, what do you
Do's and don'ts of social media.
do's and don'ts of social media?
Yes.
Don't post half naked pictures
There
on
you
your
go.
business page. No, or do.
Well, it depends on how slow business is. I mean, fucking, if you got it, you got it. I'm just kidding.
Or
It's
do.
wrong.
Or do. No, so do's or don'ts. So what I would do is I would create a pattern to your posting. I would create kind of like a schedule for yourself. Obviously, stories, there's no real way but get in a habit of like every time you're doing something to post something on your story. I think that's super crucial. I think everybody, when you're creating a business, you want to be able to create rapport with people, right? And so the best way to create rapport with people is through video or through social media and stuff like that. So when you're creating stories, like you want to show that, hey, I'm out here doing shit, and it, like people get concerned about like you're out drinking or you might be at the club or you might be doing this or you might be doing that or like whatever it is, but posting that on your stories, you want to work with people that are similar to you.
Exactly. And
You-
that's what I always say. I'm like,
Right.
if they don't like the way that I live, they're probably not going to have a fun time working with me.
Right, exactly, and so that's the fact of the matter is like you're gonna attract the people that want to work with you, and even creating rapport. Like everybody, you see it all the time. Like we go out, our friend group goes out to bars, or we go out to dinner, or we go out to here, and people just are attracted to us. You know what I mean? And it's the simple fact of the matter is like people want to work with people that they want to be like. You know what I mean? So if you can be that person,
Or have fun with.
well, have fun with, but like realistically, like if you can get people jealous of you, like they, I'm dead serious.
Make
So,
them
like,
wish they were you.
make them wish they were you, and I guarantee you'll have their business for life. And the reason why is because they're constantly going to be chasing you. It's like having a girl on the freaking cell phone or a guy. You want them to chase you.
Side pieces. You just got all
I
these
wouldn't say
fucking
I'm
side
not
pieces.
talking side pieces.
Yes, we are. You just brought it up. Speaking of side pieces, no, I'm kidding.
Speaking of side piece, I just found out the other day. I'm a side piece.
Options. I don't like to call them side pieces. I like to call them options.
Exactly.
It's good to have options.
It's good to have options. Yeah. Every closed door is an opportunity for a new one. But maybe you have 3 doors open
Every
right now.
time I go to Legends, I got a new option.
I got a new option. They don't leave me alone. I'm like, I don't have any money. You're reaching out to the wrong person. Let me give you HP's number. No, so seriously though, if you can get people that want to be like you, they're constantly going to chase that, and it is no different than like starting talking to somebody. You want to make them like chase you essentially. Obviously it's fucking like games and shit like that, but the fact of the matter is like you want them to chase you. Otherwise it's going to go stale. If you can't, I can't tell you how many times I've had conversations with my friends and stuff where they're like, oh, I'm dating this new guy. And I'm like, oh, okay, how many dates have you been on? Oh, we're on our 3rd date. Have you guys kissed? No. Well, then you guys ain't going nowhere quick. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys don't kiss tonight, like, you're going to be in the friend zone tomorrow, and guaranteed next day, friend zone. It's like a lock every single time, So, I don't know. How we get into relationship advice over here? How we get here?
Let's just fucking keep going with it.
I don't give advice like a
fucking
motherfucker
going
for
with it.
relationships. But I mean, literally though, I've seen it time and time again. It's like, listen, you gotta fucking make a move at some point. Like if you just sit there and never make a move,
Full fucking send.
you're a
Just
lock.
do it.
Just do it. How do you feel about AI? Like honest opinion, what's your thoughts on AI? And I was about to jump into my thoughts. I'm sorry. Your thoughts on AI?
It scares the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
okay, yeah.
For real, because I can log on to Chat GPT.
GPT.
GPT. What did I say?
GPT.
PT. I thought that's what I said.
Guy yesterday kept saying Chat GPT. GPT.
I said GPT.
Yeah, the guy yesterday kept saying Chat GPT, and I'm like, dude, you're literally on the stage in front of 6,000 people. Literally on stage in front of 6,000 people. Like,
Get your shit
you
together.
need to
Wait,
get that right.
was this Tarek?
No, this is the guy after. Tarek was nervous. I felt bad for Tarek and his little chipmunk face. He did. He had a couple stale jokes.
Why
right
does his new wife look just like his ex-wife? Tell me you have a type without telling me you've got a type. Anyways, my chair is just going down.
Oh yeah, some of them, if you twist too much, they will start to fall. Bye. It's like you're going down the steps, pretending to go down.
No fucking shit. I twisted way too much.
Yeah. So AI.
I'm back.
You think that you can go on ChatGPT and what?
Is that where I left off? It must be where I left off. Anyways, so I can go on to ChatGPT. There you go. And type in a fucking, what's coming to the market, like how many, like it's very minimal verbiage.
Yeah.
Like you can say the house has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,400 square feet, half an acre, write me a description. And it will fucking write you this perfect description of like this fireplace that it has, but I didn't even fucking mention. Like it's too fucking accurate, too fucking scary accurate for me. Like you didn't type in the address, you didn't type in shit, and there's this perfect fucking listing description.
Yeah.
Scary as hell.
Yeah, what's scary about it? Just the perfect description? Like realistically,
it knows all the details without giving any fucking details. Have you used the what is it? What's it called? On Snapchat.
Oh yeah. The avatar.
Yes.
I made mine into
AI.
I made mine into a really hot chick. I talk to
Did
her
you?
every so often when I'm lonely at night.
When I'm lonely, I talk to my AI. Did you give it a name?
I don't think so.
I think you can name it.
I like go on there. It's named like Madeline Nicole. Oh yeah. I named it Liddy, and look how hot she is too.
Liddy.
Look how hot she is.
She's Liddy.
Come on.
You left her unread for a whole week?
You can't.
Ooh.
If you message it, it immediately messages back. You can't not leave it on read, otherwise you're stuck on conversation. As if you're having a no. But so my thing about ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, but AI in general.
Okay, in general.
Yeah, I think that like I got in an argument with somebody yesterday where I'm like, AI is going to be like a thing of the past, and I know it's like not going anywhere. But the issue is that right now, everybody's classifying everything as AI. It's like, stuff that has been happening for years. It's like Facebook now has AI technology where it'll tag specific people and photos that it know. But it's like, that's been there for years. Like no,
this is news to me.
What?
Oh, you know what? No, it's fucking not. No, I've done some Facebook stalking in the past, and I'm like, this person's not even fucking tagged, but they're like, it comes up when you search their name. I'm like, that's so weird.
Yeah, like I don't know how it works, but it's been like that for like 8 years, But it's like now Facebook, and that's not a true.
It's just public knowledge.
Yeah, it's not like an actual headline or whatnot. I was just using that as an example, but. It's like all of these companies are now like, oh, look at this, AI, we got AI too, and we got AI too, trying to act like they're like technology based. Yeah, it's like, oh, don't forget about us. But it seriously, it's like everybody's claiming that everything is AI, and that's why I'm like, listen, like the actual AI will be around forever, but I'm like, I don't like, it's gonna fall off in like 6 months.
It's taking away, like, although the descriptions that it does write for you, or for me, like everything I've noticed, it's very detailed, but you can still like feel like once you start to do enough of them, you realize they're kind of all similar, like similar verbiage and stuff. It takes away to me, like you can see the lack of creativity.
Yeah.
And person to person, when they're writing their own stuff, whether it is real estate related or listing description or, just an essay, like you got to put your own creativity in. You can feel when it's stale.
Yeah.
Just because you're using fancy fucking adverbs and verbs and shit like that, you still know when it's stale.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I don't, and with saying that, it's like I see everybody right now on emails and social media and stuff, and they're and I think that AI really has potential to be really cool. Mm-hmm. And I don't think anybody, and I mean anybody, is using AI to its full, abilities. Like you can straight up like I don't know what it's called, but like coding on your website and stuff. Where when people reach out to you, like ChatGPT will be the thing that responds to it through an email or something, and like you can really create like funnel based marketing strictly with AI, and you don't have to touch it. Nobody's doing any of that stuff.
No, what they're doing is like, write me this caption or
Write
write
me
me
this caption.
this listing description.
Yeah, and I'm
or
sure that,
write
like-
me this breakup text to my ex. Like, just let's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a true story, though. I once was like, give me a pickup line.
Okay, now we're getting deep.
You're texting a cute girl right now. Yeah, so like people just aren't taking advantage of it to its full ability. And there are like, if you go on Fiverr and stuff like that, there's people out there that'll set this stuff up for you. I don't know how much it costs, but I think that's something that it's kind of cool to look into. Not that I would need anything like that, but maybe, you know what I mean? Who knows? Like have somebody sit down and actually evaluate your business and like what AI could actually do for you. But all these bullshit AI things that are popping up out of nowhere. I mean, even like there's a bunch of scams on the iPhone, the App Store.
Coast Guard.
Oh yeah, they're coming for
They're
you.
flying.
Oh, they're coming for somebody.
Good luck, motherfuckers. I'm fast as fuck.
That's a fuck boy. You out there swimming?
Look how fast I can run.
So, but really, so what was I saying?
Talking about GPT and that nobody's taking advantage of it, and websites, so you can have it, build a fucking website for you.
You can't have it build a website for you. I mean, you probably
You can
could.
code it.
Yeah.
You probably fucking could.
Yeah, I think that would be a little bit more difficult than just paying somebody to actually build you a website.
Speaking of websites,
Yeah.
what is your go-to for website building? We've both built our own websites, so
Yeah.
this should be interesting.
So I like Squarespace, personally.
Do you?
Yeah.
I have a vendetta with Squarespace. I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but you accept online payments, right? No.
Not through Squarespace.
Oh.
No, I have a completely different. So I actually don't even have my website active right now.
What? You mean if I go into jmvisualsllc.com, I'm not going to find anything?
It's jm-visuals.com. But yeah, you won't find
Dash
anything.
visuals.
You won't find anything.
Was
It-
JM Visuals LLC taken?
Not usually, not LLC. No, I'm the only one with an LLC. It's kind of funny that.
Tell me you're a big deal without telling me you're not a big deal.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of a big deal. No, so I don't know. That just kind of. I had the idea for JM Visuals, and then it was just. Obviously, I was going to become an LLC because I think that's when you're
Dope.
flying drones above people's heads and cars and stuff like that. I don't want to be responsible for it. I'd rather my company be responsible. So, so creating the LLC it just worked out where I went on Instagram and it was like JM Visuals LLC. Oh, nobody's got an LLC for JM Visuals. I'll take it,
Mine.
Mine. What the hell was that? Mine.
Finding
Mine.
Nemo.
Oh, really? I had
Yes.
no idea.
What?
Don't give me that. Don't give me that right now. That's some attitude. I don't need that right now.
I quote that shit all the time. What was finding? Mine. Mine.
I don't get it. Not one bit.
Bullshit.
Do
Do I need to find the video?
afterwards?
No, insert it right here.
I don't want to see
Seagulls.
who. Wait, what?
Are you serious? Are you that old?
What'd you say?
Seagulls. Mine. Nothing?
Oh wait.
Oh,
Because
wait.
when they're sitting there and they're like
Digging it up.
mine,
Yes.
mine.
That exactly. There you
Okay,
go.
yeah.
There you go.
Finding Nemo. Fun fact. I actually watched it 3 times in theaters. And it was just like on accident. I went with my grandparents.
How do you do that on accident?
I'm explaining. So I went with my grandparents, and then I went with my brother and my grandparents, and then I went with my parents. But back in the day, when Finding Nemo would drop in theaters, it was That stuff was big deals.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. That stuff was big deals. You know, it was
Let's
like
go fucking find Nemo.
exactly. But really, that stuff was like packing out theaters. Nowadays, it's like everything's just streamed on like Disney Plus. You
can
know,
just
and
Google,
it's like
where did Nemo go?
right, yeah.
Where
Mogo?
the fuck is Nemo? Chat GPT, what happened to Nemo?
What happened to Nemo? I need to know.
Put
I
it on
need
your
to know.
story. Hey guys, so if you could tell me what happened to Nemo, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, but speaking of like finding Nemo, I'm a huge fan of like taking responsibility for your actions. You know, it's like, okay, you're the dumbass that went up and knocked on that freaking boat, you know, or tugged on that chain. You know, it's like, that's on you.
Nemo deserved what happened.
He deserved every bit of it, I think.
That was beyond Scared Straight before A&E filmed it as a TV show.
My point exactly. I take responsibility
around
for your
and
actions.
find out.
Fuck around and find out. Take
Fuck
responsibility.
You, Nemo.
I do.
Fuck you and your lucky fin.
I'm going to tell you something though right now. We're getting at an hour and 15 minutes. We're going deep right now. You know, not very deep, but seriously, I cannot stand. That is my biggest pet peeve is when people don't know how to take responsibility for their actions. Because I will apologize 100 times a day. Like, nobody's perfect. I fuck up probably 100 times a day. You know what I mean? Where I'm sitting there and I'm like, shit, I fucked up on that. You know, I apologize. But there are people out there that absolutely refuse. And it's like, they know that they fucked up because I've already called them out on it. You know what I mean? Hey, I told you that you fucked up and you're still denying it and you're not even apologizing for it. Like, take responsibility for your actions.
I don't think there's anything wrong with saying sorry multiple times a day. I am constantly in fucking trouble for saying sorry all the time. But like,
You get in trouble for saying sorry?
all the time. I'm always told, like, you know, stop fucking saying sorry or shit like that. Or like, don't be sorry. Or at least I can acknowledge that, you know, I fucking
Yeah.
whatever I did, whether it was fucking get too close or I don't know how to. I don't know of an example actually.
Okay, let's put it this. Let's just keep it as blank as possible,
All
right?
right.
So somebody makes a decision to do something. Now, they made that conscious decision because that's what they want to do. Now, I'm a big believer in people do what they want to do. There's no fucking, hey, I didn't mean to. You know what I mean? No, you did. You did it, and so you meant to do it. You know, otherwise you wouldn't have done it. And so, so somebody does something, or maybe they engage in something for, you know, a long time or whatnot, but they refuse to tell people in their lives. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't want to tell them because I'm worried how they will react. You know what I mean? To something or another, or I'm embarrassed by it or some shit. It's the biggest one is when people are embarrassed by their action or what they're engaging in. And so that's why they don't tell. And it's like, you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you're embarrassed by it, why'd you do it? Like that, it is such a mind-blowing concept to me that it's like, you can feel embarrassed about something that you did, but you did it. I don't get, like, that doesn't make sense in my head. Like, I will never find embarrassment in anything because it's like, well, I did it because that's what I want to do.
Not even if it was like an accidental, like, oops, tripped and fell, nothing like that.
I don't get embarrassed by that
You don't
stuff.
get
If I
embarrassed.
trip and fall, I'm like, push-ups.
Look at my dumbass. Yeah.
No, none of that stuff's embarrassing. Like, that's not embarrassing. That's just a part of life. You know what I mean? But I do realize that people do get embarrassed by stuff like that. You know, but at the end of the day, it's like,
Did you see me eat shit at UWM Live yesterday or no?
no,
Okay, good.
I did, but it was embarrassing, so I didn't bring it up. No, I'm just playing. No, so that's the thing, though. It's like, it's a part of life. And guess
It's a part of life.
Guess who's going to remember that shit? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess.
You know, if somebody remembers it, I think they really have nothing else going on better in their lives.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
fuck
Guaranteed. There might be one person out there going, hey, remember that chick last night?
it. Yeah, but her ass is flat, so.
What's that?
Her ass is flat, so that's all she's got.
She's the one that saw it? Unbelievable.
Cut.
She tripped you?
Yeah, no.
It's tough for me to sit there because there are people out there that I know that like don't like people that I also know, you know. Like every day I find out more and more about people that don't like other people that I'm friends with and stuff, so it's super hard for me because it's like I consider myself like the middleman for like a lot of different friend groups.
Yeah.
And I don't realize it because it's like I try to bring them all around at the same time, but sometimes like they just don't like each other. And that's not my problem,
tough.
but yeah. But I consider myself a little bit of a middleman there. And actually, when we were talking on the podcast last time, like, it's kind of cool, like, the position that I put myself in with my friend groups, because when HP was talking, he talked a lot about, like, people need to fix their mindset. They need to look look in the mirror and really understand themselves and try to figure out, what am I doing? Like, where do I want to be? And
Don't burp.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, very embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Especially when your chair keeps farting.
You have blackmail for days.
Yeah, true.
There you go.
You go.
Just be fucking human. I don't even give a shit.
So he keeps talking about how you got to look in the mirror and you got to figure out who you are, where am I at, and what do I want to do? And I agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, I am a full-on believer that if you talk to yourself in the mirror, you will make changes in your life, because you're no longer sitting there. It's like writing down on a piece of paper. You write down goals on a piece of paper, completely different than texting in your phone. If you put notes in your phone and you're like, oh, that's what I want to do, you're never going to think about it again. But you write it down on a piece of paper. You have a physical piece of paper that you're like, you keep it underneath your bed, or you keep it in a wallet or in your purse or something. You get to pull it out whenever you want. And it's a physical thing. Like, I've written this down, like, this is solidified in something. In your phone, it's not solidified in anything. When's the last time you checked your reminders app? You know what I mean? Let's face it.
Same way. Shit gets done if you physically write it down. Like, you can put it in your notes app all day long, and that can be, like, quick shit, like a grocery list or something like that. But when it's like true goals, you don't want those getting lost, because it's literally just like quick random ass thoughts, and we all know what happens with quick random ass thoughts. You never think of them again.
Yeah.
So putting it down on a piece of paper, to me, is so beneficial.
Right.